What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are at the shop. It is after hours here. It's just me and this Ford Raptor. And if you guys can tell from my last video, the shop looks a little bit different because it is now finally painted. We got the white walls with the black roofing. All the ceiling is painted black and the floors are torn apart now. And what we're doing is pulling up this old crappy vinyl tile, and it's just a pain in the ass. We're trying to figure out a better way to do it. And I'll put the clip below of what Jimmy was doing. We have a Tesla flamethrower somewhere over here. I want to say it's over here, which is, I don't know what it's called. It's like a flamethrower that's not a flamethrower. You're not allowed to call it a flamethrower. But Elon Musk, Mr. Tesla, created that. And we're heating up the tile, them using our floor scraper and just slowly scraping it off. Tomorrow I'm gonna go to Home Depot and try to rent out a floor scraper, like a machine, but I am loving the shop a lot so far. I mean, I've been slammed with paint corrections, ceramic coatings, thank God. Keeping this place obviously to pay rent and all the bills, but this is my third car that we've had here since this week, and that is why I'm like not posting as much. I'm just head over heels on work right now, and I don't have Jacob with me to be able to know. He doesn't know how to do paint corrections, ceramic coatings, and as I mentioned before, we're trying to train him, but it's a very hard process to understand, and those of you that have tried, you understand it is not an easy process. But tonight we're working on this Ford Raptor here. It's a 2018 Ford Raptor, and it is in for a level 3 correction and ceramic coating. If you guys look closely at the paint here, it is just very bad. Let me zoom in right here and see if the camera can pick it up. We have all sorts of swirls and scratches, a lot of deep ones from just off-roading. Back here it gets even worse. And having proper lighting is key for this, but if you look closely right there, I mean, look at all that. It is very dull. And the worst part of this truck is the B-pillars, these gloss pillars right here that are, like, I mean, look at that, that's horrible. And at first glance, you can see all this tape. It looks like we have like an accent kind of package on it, but no, it's just blue tape to protect all the plastics from when I'm using my machines from hitting it and burning it, turning it white. So proper prepping is key when doing a paint correction, and it'll save you a lot of time in the end from having to clean up all the edges as well. And this Raptor is not completely stock, so it's pretty cool to work on. We have these fuel wheels with new Nittos. These are like the new 2020 model, I guess, or something. He just put these on. We have Baja design lights up front, the 3 pods. We got a 10-inch down below and a 30-inch, I want to say, or maybe 40. No, it's a 30-inch. 30-inch right there. It seems to be lifted about like 2 inches. I'm not sure if, I don't know if he did anything to the suspension. It might be aftermarket. I'm not too sure. I don't know much about Raptors, but these trucks are very, very nice. I do drive an F-150 Platinum, and I had the opportunity to go with a Raptor, but because they don't tow as much as my truck, I couldn't, knowing I go to the desert and I tow a big trailer, 22-foot enclosed with 2 razors in it, this truck is not capable of safely towing it, so that's why we went with the Platinum. So when doing a paint correction, the first thing to do is always a test spot, and you always want to start with the least aggressive method, working your way up to like the most aggressive. And with a truck in this sort of condition, we went directly to flat top. And if you guys watch my previous videos, you know I always use Shine Supply for all my compounding and polishing. They are my go-to paint correcting product. Flat top is pretty aggressive compared to Classic Cut, which is the step down. So flat top is doing a pretty good job. Let me see right here if I can show you. And let's wipe this off real quick to show you guys. But this towel is from TheRagCompany, and I have 15% off for you guys if you guys use the discount code Genesis10. Yeah, it says 10 because they started off at 10, but we're moving it up to 15 for you. If you look at the paint there, it's a little bit hazy, and that is because of the compounding step, but there's no more swirls or scratches. Checking it out right here as well, like I said, it's hazy, which will require a second step, but there is no more swirls or any deep scratches, which is what the goal is. And we still got to clean up all these wheels, clean up the tires a little bit, use our tire and rubber cleaner. All the undercarriage got heavily pressure washed. We're going to shine it up, get it protected as well. Then for all the windows, we're going to be using G-Technique G-Technique Clear Vision and wheel armor for the wheels. On these right here, we'll put 2 layers to maximize protection, prevent those from fading. And that will be the final product on this vehicle. Stay tuned for the results though. I'm thinking to make this a 2-part video because I know I will not be done tonight. It is already 6:30 and shop closes at 5. I'm usually here until about midnight, and I don't know what it is. I'm a late night owl. I don't come here early. I come here about 9:30. I'm usually at the shop. I do not leave till midnight. I don't know, it's like a bad habit. I don't like it. I would like to be here by 7-ish and end here by 5, of course, but I know that's not gonna happen, and I just get a lot of work done at night, and I cannot thank anyone else besides. And I wouldn't be able to do that without my favorite drink here, Rain. I just ordered cases of these, so those will be in to stock up the fridge. And if you haven't already, you're new to the channel, my name is Nick. I'm the owner and founder of Genesis Detailing. This is our new shop, and welcome to the channel. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Press subscribe, or press like and subscribe. Stick around for more detailing clips. Leave comments down below. Feel free to post any sort of like ideas that you guys think you guys want to see of like how to do this or how to do that. Feel free to comment down below as well. But let's get back to it and start cranking up this Raptor. And a lot of you are asking, like, when can you come to the shop? Can I schedule an appointment? Yes, you can schedule an appointment to come to the shop. It is not open for walk-ins or public yet. I don't want anyone to come in when it's not all dialed in, of course. We still have to put banners on the wall. We're gonna be doing a lot of stuff to the shop, especially the floor. We're not sure what we're gonna do, but we wanted to put some sort of marble epoxy, that textured marble, which looks really cool and will open up the shop a lot, even though it is a big shop. But feel free to make an appointment, and if you're wondering what the cost is, feel free to DM me on Instagram at Genesis Detailing. Do your research on ceramic coating, and you can shop around for pricing. Mine is pretty aggressive, I can say, for what you're getting. So the work that I do, and I'm proud of my work, obviously. I'm very confident about how my results stand out to other shops, and I can proudly say that I'm up there, but not the best, of course. Never say you're the best unless you actually are. Not Johnson. I'm not gonna brag about being the best because, like I said, there's always someone bigger and better than you. So don't even bother, but just stand for your work. I'm very passionate about what I do. I'll be here till midnight, like I said, just doing as much as possible to get this paint into perfect condition. And there is no such thing as 100% correction, so I'm gonna shoot for the best as possible. I'll guarantee at least 90 to 99%, I guess. And there's no such thing as like a perfect paint correction, so don't be sold on that. Like, no one can get 100%. That's not possible because my clear coat's very, very thin. So unless you're gonna repaint your clear coat, there's no way of removing an isolated scratch that is very deep. You can wet sand it, but even then with wet sanding, you're risking going through the clear coat. So I try to do as much as possible just with a paint correction without having to wet sand or damage your paint. But yeah, feel free to DM me for a quote. Send over pictures of your vehicle. My Instagram is Genesis Detailing. I'll put a link down below. And I keep saying I will, but I always forget. So this time I actually will. Just Genesis Detailing. Very simple. And if you want to see like behind the scenes and like the cars that I don't make videos on, because obviously I'm not here every day recording, which I want to be, but it's just very hard. Go to my Instagram. I post all my day-to-day jobs and what I do, and I'll kind of explain over Instagram stories as well. So YouTube is just more of a broader, in-depth video rather than just a quick Instagram story. And if you're wondering how much this stuff costs, feel free to DM me on Instagram. It is a hefty payment, but it is worth it because in the long run, you're saving money with not having to wax your car. Not saying that the ceramic coating is like indestructible, but you're gonna have to do a 1-year touch-up, and we'll keep track of how often you wash your car, and just proper maintenance is key when doing the ceramic coating. And the product lifetime is 3 to 5 years. And with a 3 to 5 year coating, I always recommend a 1-year touch-up. And what the touch-up is, I go over the paint, make sure that there's nothing stuck to the paint, no contaminants, and no swirls or scratches. So what we do is we do a nice little light clay bar, finishing polish, and then we reapply a top coat of a silica wax, which boosts the ceramic coating because the ceramic coating will still be there, but it just won't be, the properties won't be there. So like the water beading. So what we're doing is just refining it and bringing it back to life. So with that being said, that the price range we'd be looking to for a proper paint correction and ceramic coating will be anywhere from $900 to $1,200. And if you have a truck like this that requires a multi-stage to where we're shooting for like the best possible results, you'll be looking at $1,600 around that price. It's all an estimate, not a direct price, because every vehicle is different. It needs to be treated as they're different. And I would say my pricing for San Diego area is very aggressive compared to like the other big name shops that are charging $2-3 grand minimum just for a paint correction ceramic coating. And that whole overpricing thing, I don't agree with what people are doing. No matter how big and good I get, I'll never charge anything over $2,000 no matter how much work is done. For $2,000, I will pull these wheels off, I'll jack it up, I'll ceramic coat your entire undercarriage, running boards, etc. for $2 grand. So don't fall for those shops that are known or they have a high reputation. Yeah, they're very good. I'm not gonna say I'm not good and I'm delivering not quality work, because as you can tell, I deliver very good results for a very aggressive price. But I'm also not saying I'm the best, as they would be saying. I'm not saying that they're better than me or that they're not better than me. I'm just saying for what I give and what they give, the results are pretty equal, and I'll put my results against theirs up any day. I'll do a full comparison if I was able to. I would love for one of their vehicles, after being properly coated, to head over to the shop and we'll compare results. But for what you're paying for, bang for buck, I'm going to tell you right now that my price is very, very good. And I get a lot of people always hitting me up saying like, hey, how much does ceramic coat my truck? And I tell them like a simple question like $900 or $1,000, and people get scared away from that price. And I feel like those are the people that don't know what a ceramic coating is. They just know that it's cool and it's like the new trend, whatever. They don't understand like what goes into a ceramic coating, like the risks that come along with an improper application is what makes the coating the price difference. Yes, it is a hefty front payment of $900 to whatever the cost is that we're charging, but in the long run, I charge about $150 to do a wash and wax with the clay bar, and $150 you do that once a month, I'd say, once every other month. You'll be paying a lot more by the time your car is a year or two old. But enough talking, I'm gonna get back to work. I'll record a couple clips of what I'm doing and how this all works. I have posted videos about paint correcting and ceramic coating. Go down below, it's under the S550, that white car. You'll see the full rundown between doing test spots to the finishing results of applying the ceramic coating, so be sure to watch those. Alright guys, day 3 of the video. I skipped day 2, I didn't really record anything because I was trying to get as much done as possible. But the paint is now fully corrected. We cleaned up the wheels, tires, undercarriage, etc. And today is the final day where we lay down the coating. We're going to move on to the interior to do a full detail and to show you guys what the paint's looking like. So here's the finishing product of our multi-stage paint correction before we're laying down the coating. If you guys look closely, there's no more swirls or scratches, no haze left behind. And on this panel, we're laying down the coating. And when doing the coating, you're always going to do a 3-towel method. So we have 1 towel, 2nd towel, and the 3rd one right here. I'll put a link down below to the videos that I've already done the coating tutorials on. But yeah, here's what the results are going to start to look like. And what we're talking about right now is how hard the vehicle was to paint correct, because even with all the tools that I have, like the 3-inch, I don't have the Hybrid Nano, the mini polisher, like the 1-inch pad, but I have the 3-inch one, so having to blend in that corner, like right here under the tail lights, this truck has a lot of curves and edges, even like right here, right under the fender. It was a mission, and this panel right here vibrates a lot, so when using that polisher, it was loud as hell. Even with headphones on, it was just giving me a headache. But this is definitely one of the hardest trucks I've ever had to paint correct. Here's laying down the first layer, so you always do a puddle line. Alright guys, the Raptor is finally completed after 3 long days. It came out, I couldn't even, like, words can't even describe it. It came out almost perfect. And so to go over what we did a full multi-stage paint correction on the paint. Then we protected it with G-Technique Crystal Serum Light, which is a 3 to 5 year coating. We always recommend a 1-year touch-up. For all the glass, we use G-Technique Clear Vision, and we did 3 layers on the windshield and 1 layer all around the other windows. Then moving on to the interior, we did a full treatment, scrubbed down the leather and trim. Then we ended up conditioning it to give it a nice clean shine and protect it. The interiors are fairly basic. There's not much you can do to them, especially if they're like already clean. So inside was pretty easy. We dialed in all the trim, and tires and wheels are all shined up and dressed. But that is it for tonight. It is always after hours at the shop. It is 6:20, so time to close that up, shut all the lights off, and I'll see you guys next time. But please like and subscribe. Stick around for more detailing clips. That is it for tonight.
Come visit. Peace out.
We're not open yet.
Not open yet.
We are booking appointments.
When we're open, come visit.
We got a lot of stuff to do, aka exploring. But peace.